Hey guys, Primal Chaos here. Welcome to the channel. And you know what? I wasn't going to do a video today. I was going to take a day off. I wasn't thinking about the channel like I do every other day. and I couldn't help myself. I glanced at the comments and I came across this amazing missive from Jesse Gibson checking in. You have nearly a dozen more Unleash the Archers vids worth reacting to yet to come. Let's go. And I was like, I'm a man of the people. I should be doing more Unleash the Archers videos. And you know what? Jesse nailed it, man. Good on you, bro. This one's for you. Now, everybody's been telling me I needed to do this song, so we're going to jump right in. Cleanse the Bloodlines, Unleash the Archers. Let's do it. Damascus Steel. It's a whole Ladyhawk thing going on. Props if you've seen that movie. Oh. Really cool little runs in them. I got to stop it somewhere. That's as good a place as any. Don't worry, I'll go back and get that build up again. But so much to talk about. First of all, I love that this is in, I mean, I counted it as like a 3/4, like a waltz kind of rhythm. But they're accenting it so in such a complex way that it has this really nice sort of path through the pulse, you know. One thing I really picked up in the intro that I loved was that they would sort of do this thing where they break up, they're doing like a 4-bar loop sort of progression thing, and they break up how they're playing each bar rhythmically slightly different, where sometimes they'll sort of let it hang. They'll be like 1 2 3 1 2 3 da 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 da, you know, like they have these sort of bridge areas that sort of provide tension, and then the fourth one will be like a sort of riff or something, or a lick or something like that. One other thing I've got to say is, well, actually, let me get this out of the way first. To me, out of I think I've done 2 of these guys' songs, this is clearly their best work for me that I've heard so far. Like, just rhythmically, in the rhythm section, the guitars, the bass, the drums, it's just really nice. Really, really, not like fast or complex or anything like that is the reason. It's more just that it's really nicely put together. It's crafted very, very well. I feel like they've gotten where Britney's placing her melody is sitting perfectly in her range. I feel like there's not a lot of that sort of Jeff Tate sort of, I guess it's like mix high notes and stuff like that. This is more sort of in her belt range. And it's right in a position where it seems comfortable to sing, but it also has that energy of like she's putting work into it to really sort of get it, especially when she goes up to a few of those high notes. Everything's perfect. Everything is just where it should be. Why didn't you guys tell me to listen? I'm just kidding. You guys all told me to listen to this one. Let's go back a little bit. Oh, nice. Come on. There's that choir of Brittany that you guys have told me all about. Come on. Come on. All right, man. Hang around for after the ad break because I got a lot to talk about. Here we go. Hey guys, this video is made possible by Enchroma. 1 in 6 guys and 1 in 200 women are colorblind, and if that happens to be you, there's something you can do about it. Click the link in the description. It'll take you to Enchroma's website where you can get a free eye test, and while you're there, maybe pick up some corrective lenses. They've got styles to suit everybody and a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you got really nothing to lose. And while you're there, use the code CHAOS in checkout to get 10% off. Tell them Primal Chaos sent you. All right, man. So I don't know if Epic gets thrown around a lot. That was, if you open up the dictionary or the encyclopedia to Epic, there'd be a picture of this music video. You can tell that by the way that I didn't pause it through the second half of the song because I just wanted to feel the entire vibe of it. I just want to start by saying today I was listening to another band and some of their newer material, and they're a band that have done some great work in their past. I don't want to say who they are, but actually that's one thing I just want to bring up really quickly, is that on this channel I'll never say negative things about the songs I'm reacting to, and a lot of people might think that's pandering or, you know, doing it for clicks or whatever, but the truth of the matter is, genuinely I'm very passionate about music, as some of you may have seen, and I feel like I'm passionate about other people's passion for music too. And the last thing that I want to do is for somebody out there that I might be criticizing a song, it might be their favorite song, you know, and the last thing I want to do is pull the rug out from under that expectation, you know. So I tend to keep things pretty positive. So I'm not going to say who the band was I was listening today, but one thing that struck me with their new material is it seemed like they were writing from the point of view of trying to outdo themselves. It sounded very, or at least it came across as very self-indulgent, which is fine. If that's part of the journey that they're at, that's fine. But this song, Cleanse the Bloodlines, seems to be the opposite of that. It seems to be written, everything in it serves the song. There wasn't anything more, there wasn't anything less. It was just everything exactly where it needed to be, played by incredibly talented musicians, giving everything they've got to a performance that makes sense in its own context, you know, and you can tell that just by the way that it's so full of vibe. The melodies are super strong. It builds beautifully. Britney's vocals don't really peak until the very end. You know, she's got those really high notes at the end, but it all builds up to there. The creative use of riffs to, you know, there's enough variation in the riffs to, you know, always keep you guessing. The bridge, like the middle eight or breakdown, whatever you want to call it, that was like just really cathartic and melodic, and it was just a good, it gave you a bit of a break from the riffs, you know. Dude, I can't say enough good things about this song. I think it may be my new favorite song. I'm so glad you guys recommended it to me, and you all did, every one of you. So yeah, you know, look, there's in the other two Unleash the Archer songs I did, they each had moments of where you sort of go, oh wow, that stood out as an amazing bit, you know, like Britney's vocals, you know, in the name escapes me, the Mad Max video, sort of the one, you know, that blew me away initially. Like I was like, man, this is cool. The band's great. You know, and that was the same feeling I got on the other video I did as well, where yeah, the band's great. They're really good. This is the first time I'm seeing them and feeling like, no, this is a world-class act, right? There's you know, there's only a few degrees of difference between the two. But by world-class, I mean, here's a band that knows who they are. They're firing on all cylinders. You know, there's a lot of good bands out there. There's a lot of average bands. In fact, there's 99% of all the bands in the world are probably average. And then you got, you know, almost 1% of them is really, really good. And then you've got ones that are just next level world class. This is me understanding what you guys already know, that these guys are on that level, you know. Yeah, the video clip is magical. It's really beautifully shot. A lot of care was taken to make sure that, like, you know, it never seems tacky or cheap. A lot of times these videos can come off that way. And I mean, you know, honestly, more bands need to be playing in front of bonfires. It's as simple as that. There was something to this, like, you know, visually there was like a weight to it that kind of reminds me of classic cinema. You know, fantasy cinema, movies like Legend, obviously Lady Hawk, you know, classics from back in the day when like now there's a point in time where everything's pre or post Lord of the Rings trilogy. And this reminds me of the glory days of fantasy cinema prior to Lord of the Rings, you know. Not that anything bad has happened since then. It's just that it brought a whole different vibe into the fantasy cinema. But look, you know, if you're going to go out there as an epic fantasy metal, power metal band, and you're not going to pay homage to that through your music videos, then you're doing it wrong. And so, yeah, this is another tick for these guys that are just doing it right. This was great. This was fantastic. And again, I keep saying it, but thank you guys for recommending that one. If there's anything else of this caliber in the catalog, let me know. Apparently, Jesse Gibson was telling me that there's at least 11 other songs after this, so we'll see how deep the rabbit hole goes. I seem to be falling down a lot of rabbit holes, and I can't manage all of them at once lately, so we'll see. I'm going to try and spread it out, but yeah, so as always, if you feel like I've brightened your day, feel free to buy me a coffee. I'll put a link in the description, and, you know, like, share, subscribe. You know, you guys have been doing a great job with that, so I can't thank you enough. Yeah, that's pretty much it, but you know what? If I keep doing stuff like this, I want to do this for a living, because this was just a great experience. So, thanks guys. I'll catch you in the next one.